Yo, what's going on YouTube? Steve here from Click, and today I'm be doing my full review slash impressions of the BlackBerry Classic. Now, if you guys know, I picked this thing up on eBay, if you guys saw the unboxing video recently, for $250, and essentially it came in 9.5 out of 10 condition. There's only two nicks on here, one on the bottom left and one on the bottom right. Basically unnoticeable when you're using the phone. Otherwise, the phone's in mint condition. Now keep in mind, guys, during this video, you can't really compare the BlackBerry to, let's say, the iPhone or, you know, my LG or the Blue Pure XL. You can't compare it to iOS and Android because the software, the two OSs, I guess the three OSs, they do two completely different things. Android and iOS are more for powerhouse, kind of do everything perfectly fine, OS, whatever. The BlackBerry is more tailored to people who aren't so much powerhouse users, and they use their phones for what phones are meant to be used for, calling and texting, and, you know, mild social media use. Obviously, you're not going to be doing any YouTube watching on a square screen. But you have, you know, I have the YouTube app or the YouTube link here installed anyway. But in terms of like comparisons, you can't really do a straight comparison between Android and iOS because the softwares are completely different. I may do like a complete, you know, a comparison video between BlackBerry OS and Android and BlackBerry OS and iOS, and we'll see. We'll go from there, but who knows? So this video is going to be kind of tailored toward just talking about the BlackBerry and how it does everything. And I'm going to be talking about it kind of from a unbiased Android, unbiased iOS aspect. So I'm going to pretend like I don't have iOS and Android phones. We're just going to talk straight about the phone. So first things first, guys, the screen, I think this is a 3-inch or 3.5-inch square screen. So it's 720 by 720 resolution. Again, does the job just fine. Nothing, you know, fantastic. It's not going to like, you know, pop or anything. It's just an typical LCD screen, nothing special. You have the tool belt here, which has the, I guess, the answer call, end call, back button, and the menu button here. And then you also have the cursor, the touchpad here, which allows you to kind of scroll around. And then if you need to select something, you just click on and it'll load up. So there's that. And then you have your 40 key QWERTY keyboard here, which is awesome, I have to say. And it does light up when the I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see here. It does light up when the lights get when it gets dim, and if there's a light, it'll automatically turn off the keys for you, so you don't need to worry about that. But I gotta say, guys, the keyboard is fantastic when you're texting and stuff on here. Like let's see here. If I go to compose, and can I just compose like a text or something? No, we're just gonna open BBM. I don't want to put any of my BBM contacts on fire here by putting text. So we'll just go text someone. And we'll just go enter a message. Hello, my name is Nasif from Click. Like, just typing is so fantastic. Like, it was, I gotta say, guys, like, I've owned BlackBerry phones before. Here you go, Amazon asking me to rate a transaction, so we'll get into that later. I've owned a BlackBerry phone before. I sold it because it was the Q10. It was old. It was pretty dinged up, pretty bad condition, but I missed the keyboard, and I gotta say, coming back to it, it was weird, but now that I'm back and I'm using it, using touchscreens is just where you just don't get that kind of tactile feedback. You don't get that feel for where the keys are on the keyboard. So the only thing I wished was when you're typing and stuff, that there would be a virtual number pad on the bottom of the display here, so you can just kind of type the numbers in rather than having to hold Alt here and then go in and, like, if I want to type in 412, like whatever, if I want to just type in some numbers, like, I have to hold Alt rather than if I just start typing, you know, it'll just put some letters in. So obviously that's something that can be fixed in software or whatever. I don't think they're going to update it, but it's just something that I don't necessarily like about the keyboard, is having to hold Alt and then press your buttons in. But it's not a big deal. In terms of overall software and smoothness now, guys, this is as optimized as, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's as optimized as iOS, but it's very close. Like, in terms of loading apps and stuff, there's a little bit of a delay. There's a very slight delay, but you know, I think the animations have a little bit to do with that. But in terms of like stability and you know, not crashing and stuff like that, as long as you're running native BlackBerry apps, you won't have any issues. If you start to download APKs, and which the BlackBerry can run, it can run Android apps, but Like for example, my WhatsApp is an APK. Some of the functionality doesn't work. Now I know WhatsApp you can download in the BlackBerry store, but they're not supporting it officially. So I figured by the hell not, just to download the Android version and be on with it. So, but in terms of like native apps and stuff, haven't had any issues with it. Now the next thing I'll talk about is the trackpad, which is awesome, especially when you're on the web browser. I don't want to go to music. Oh, there we go. So we are in the web browser. So if we go to Google and I'll just show you here, like if I'm using the web, it's basically a mouse. So if I want to take a checkup for cybersecurity month, I just scroll there. If I want to go to Google Images, I just scroll there and click. I'm there. If I want to go over here, click this little menu thing. There's all kinds of different apps that Google offers or whatever, and I can select it with the mouse and trackpad. And just in general, I can navigate the whole system with just the trackpad, so there's not really any need to go over to the touchscreen. And so if I need to like reach up way to the top, I can either click the BlackBerry button, which will do that for me, or I can scroll up with the thing and then click down. So there's not really any need to use the touchscreen. It's there if you're used to that. But the trackpad, fantastic. One of the best features on this phone. The next best thing, guys, BlackBerry Hub. Now, I really wish that this was something that, you know, they just ported over straight to Android and you'd be able to download it in the App Store. I don't know if it's an official release in the app in the Play Store yet, but I really hope it is soon because the Hub is amazing. Now, it breaks down basically. You have your hub here, so it basically every single notification you get, whether it be text, email, calls, voicemails, it'll all show up in chronological order here from what time you received it. And if you want to scroll through, you can. I'm not going to scroll through. I think I have some like contact information further down, so I'm not going to scroll through. And if you want to break it up into different things, so we got it. So like, for example, here we have, so Amazon emailed us, and now YouTube's emailing us. Someone commented on my on the video that just went live recently. DJ Vlogs, wish you could afford a good phone, blah blah blah. So it's all good, but it's just awesome that basically every notification is compiled into one. So we're getting the same notification twice here. It's the same dude. And also shout out to DJ Vlogs. He won the giveaway video, or the giveaway. I don't know if you guys saw the video before, so shout out to him. But yeah, guys, the Hub is fantastic. And if you want to break your notifications down individually, so if you have a text here, so I have a text with Imran, so Imi, I have a text with Mom, I have a text with my dad, and that's pretty much it. Like you can go through, you can choose each conversation if you want to break it down by your Gmail messages. So we have all the YouTube comments and stuff here for click, and we have Twitter calls, pin messages, other mail stuff, and notifications for what like WhatsApp said. Not some messages weren't sent because I didn't have internet connection at the time, so I can click that up and we'll go in there. And Priority Hub is basically you if you want to filter certain notifications. Let's say you want your text. Let's say you just want text and Hotmail to go to Priority Hub, so you'll set that in the settings. And if you go to Priority Hub, that's all you'll see is your text and Hotmail setting, or your text and Hotmail notifications. So the Hub, guys, is fantastic. I really wish BlackBerry integrated that into the Android system a little bit more, rather than just having it on the Priv. But hopefully that's something in the future. And so that's pretty much it for that. The cameras are, I don't know if, let me see if I have anything pictures-wise on here. No, so there's nothing really that I've taken with a picture with this phone. This is a WhatsApp video. This is from the Samsung, and these are from different phones. So I don't really have any pictures to show you. Let's see, maybe take a picture of something. What do I have on deck? I have the iPhone here. Yeah, so in terms of cameras, guys, we have an 8-megapixel shooter. It's not the best camera in the world. It's not the worst. Like I said, this is not meant to be your multimedia phone. This will take your picture and that'll be it. You can upload it to Instagram, and that's pretty much all you're going to do with it. If you zoom in here, you get a little bit of graininess. The colors aren't too accurate. I mean, they are accurate, but they're not punchy like the I guess like the Note is. They're a little bit washed out. So that's just from my eye anyway. Again, the cameras, you're not going to be buying this BlackBerry to use the camera as your primary smartphone camera. So cameras are mediocre. They'll get the job done. Now the speakers are quite surprisingly good. So let me just head into the music here, and let's see if we can't search up. Let's see your search. We've got cartoon. Do we have any cartoon on here? Yeah. So we have I Remember You, if that wants to play. Now I did notice something odd with the speakers. When you're at, I would say 75% volume about here, it's nice and bassy. There's nice, mids, highs and stuff. But when you crank it, the phone almost kind of favors loudness over sound quality, so you kind of lose the bass and it goes straight to just highs and mids. So I'm assuming that's a software feature or it's a faulty speaker. So we'll see, I guess, in the future how the speaker adds up. So let's just fast forward just a tad. I'm gonna go full volume here. Keep in mind the speaker is right here. Okay, so if I drop the volume just a tad, we actually gain a little bit of bass the lower down we go the volume spectrum. So that's just something to note. Honestly, I don't really care. As long as it sounds decent for indoor use, it's fine. But the speaker is actually relatively decent. It's kind of deceiving. This is a microphone, not a speaker. This is the loudspeaker here. So it is a little bit deceiving. In terms of battery life, guys, I woke up at 9 a.m. today. I've been using the phone all day, and you guys can see I'm at 61%. So I'd say that's average. I mean, from 9 to 5 was at 8 hours. That's not too bad. It'll definitely get me to the end of the day. But I'm thinking probably by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock when my day ends generally, I'll definitely have to plug it in and charge it up for the next day. I won't be able to, squeeze the second day out of it. Unless someone like some super light usage. Actually, we'll take a look and see if I can find the, where's the device monitor on here? So we go app manager and device monitor. So let's take a look at the battery here. So I wonder if we can get some screen on time here. We'll go to display. So we've 25% of the time, the battery usage. Well, how does that make any sense? Hold on. So this is for the last 28 hours. So the 25% has been, this is just too confusing for me, guys, but you guys can see the chart here for battery usage, relatively flat. So it says here my battery time remaining is another 13 hours till I'm dead. So battery is decent. It's not going to be anything mind-blowing, but it'll definitely get you from a 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock day, a 12-hour day, no problem. So that's pretty much that for the battery. In terms of, what else do I want to talk about? In terms of the build, might have been better off with like a metal back of some sort, but I'm not complaining. This is nice and grippy. It's a textured, plasticky, carbony, it's not even a carbon look. It's just a plastic dotted, kind of almost looks like the S5, but less ugly. This one looks a little bit more classic. A little bit more classy. So we have the classic word up there. This bar across the top here looks decent, not too ugly, not too nice looking, but it's whatever. And build has been good. We have an aluminum bumper, I guess, all the way around the top and the bottom of the phone, and then it kind of changes to plastic on the bottom here. So just build is it's fine. You're not going to have any issues with build. Buttons are nice and clicky, and the touchscreen is nice and responsive as well. So the only thing slowing this phone down is the animations when you're opening apps up. It would be just much quicker if let's head back to the home screen. If you just if you click settings and it just opened immediately from the home screen rather than swiping over and then opening up, it would save you tons and tons of time just in animation wise, but it's all good. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in this video. I did take a couple calls or two today. Call quality is pretty decent. That's something I don't really talk much about because I don't really use my phone for calling, but yeah, the call quality is decent as well. So again, guys, just to recap, it's been a little bit of a long video. The best point of this phone, BlackBerry hub and the keyboard. Both of those are the best features on this phone, and I really do think that at least BlackBerry hub should be kind of implemented in other smartphones, iOS and Android, in some sort of iteration, rather than just what they have now. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I just wanted to kind of give you guys my impressions and review on the BlackBerry. Do I recommend it at $250? If you are the type of person who is going to use a BlackBerry for what a BlackBerry is meant to do, definitely. If you're gonna buy a BlackBerry expecting it to run Asphalt 8 and Call of Duty games and shooter games and stuff, don't buy it. This is not the phone for you. If you're the type who has a lot of notifications, lots of texts and stuff, this is definitely an awesome phone, and it also is a fantastic backup phone. If you have the spare 250 lying around, let's say you have an iPhone and let's say your iPhone battery dies or something, you need to swap the SIM, swap it out to the BlackBerry. This is a sick phone to have as a backup phone. So that's pretty much it, guys. Do I recommend it? Definitely, if you're going to use it what it's meant to be used for. That's pretty much it, guys. So again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Apologies for the long video, 14 minutes now, so it's all, whatever, it's all good. This is how we do on Click. But again, guys, thank you guys for all the support. If you liked the video, definitely drop a like on it. And if you like the content on the channel, feel free to sub. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns about the BlackBerry, drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Anyways, guys, well, however you want to say it, can't speak English right now. This has been Steve from Click, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.